GT Pro Performer. Finally found one. There it is. We're going to take this home, shine it up, and see what we got. So that was a week ago. I got home, I rolled this thing in the garage, thought I was going to just throw a few parts on it and start riding. But when I got it in, the back tire, I rolled it over and it looked like there was poop on it. And it wasn't poop. Unfortunately, I wish it was poop, but it wasn't poop. The tire was split. And these GT LP5's tires are not being manufactured anymore, so I did have to go find a couple of those, which took a week, and I've been sitting here sad looking at the bike waiting to ride it. But we've got all the parts, so we're going to go ahead and get it together today. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, this is the Pro Performer. So what's cool about this bike? Well, it's chromoly, it's got this retro frame deal going on, which, you know, if you're anybody around my age, you remember when this came out. This was awesome. Everybody wanted one of these. I like bikes they can ride, so 26 is way cooler to me nowadays than 20. But anyways, you get the Super Lace hubs, totally sealed. You get the Power Series cranks, super retro, the power disc, mallet stem, and other than that, it's just a solid bike, double wall rims and everything else. So I'm pretty excited about this bike. I've been riding the 26 inch I built for my wife. She wasn't really riding it, and it was the only 26 inch I had, and I've sort of found that the 26 inch is awesome size for riding around the neighborhood. 29 is great for the ride outs and longer rides. 24 is a lot of fun for some other things, but if I'm just cruising around the neighborhood, 26 is awesome. And my wife's been a little annoyed that I've sort of hijacked her bike. So now we can ride together. And that's why I'm so excited about this bike. So I'm going to take you guys through, show you what parts I'm going to be swapping on. Some of them I've had for a while in hopes that I would get one of these eventually. And once we're done going through the parts, we'll go through the assembly. I'll take it on a little test ride and then tell you guys, hopefully, how much I really like this bike. Okay, so this bike didn't come with all the pads that it's supposed to come with. So I got on Facebook into one of the BMX groups and found my people, put the word out like a bat signal, and they got me the pads that I was missing. I was only missing the handlebar pad. I've got the other two came with it. Of course, the girl said, "Oh yes, I've got all three pads, all three pads." I asked her 4 times. She did not have all 3 pads when I got there, so. Alright, so now I've got all 3 pads. I was missing the one. I don't know if I'm actually going to put these on the bike or not, but I've got them. And they should be with the bike. I'm just weird like that. So now we've got the pads. I got these valve caps. You know, they don't have the dice on them. They've got the GT logo on all 5 sides. And it's done really nice. And it's different than the others. So since I've got so many GTs, I like that. I got these from BMX Products. I bought them off eBay, but you can go right to their website and buy them. I'll put a link down there. It's got 4 little 5mm spacers. I'm just putting in one 20mm spacer because that will look better. The brake is sort of scratched up. I've got an extra Pro Max lever, and honestly, the brakes are so smooth, I'm probably not going to do a lot on them. But the lever's a little messed up, so we're going to swap that out. And I've had these Pro Performer handlebars. I bought these when GT was blowing everything out in hopes that eventually I would get a Pro Performer to put them on. So now it's here, now I can use these. Pretty happy about that. A couple of slime tubes. Probably putting these on because all we get is flats here in the desert with all the goat heads. They're a little heavier. I'd like to not use them, but every time I put them on, I'm happy I did. So we'll put those on. And then as far as the grips, I'm sort of unsure. I've got these AME, whatever, tri-grips. These are pretty awesome. They're what would have originally come on a Pro Performer back in the day. So those probably what I'm putting on here. I've also got the rounds, which also would come on these. These are pretty awesome too. They don't have a flange on these. And my totally favorite, the Super Soft, but I put these on everything, so I don't think I'm going to put them on this time, at least not right away. unless I decide I've just got to put them on. These are my favorites though. Some of these AME sent me, so thank you guys. I think these I bought, but these are the best. And I've got a pair of grip donuts coming, so if I use these flange grips, I'll put those on too, although they're not here yet. And oh, and of course we've got the GTLP5 tires, and these are awesome. I mean, back in the day I had a Dyno Air, had these same tires, got the GT logo all over them. They're nice, so put those on and we should be riding. Almost forgot, I've also got a nice new GT seat. The seat on here is not terrible, it's not ripped or anything, but when you've got it next to all my other GTs, you can tell this seat's dried out or filthy. I tried to clean it off, it didn't make a difference. So since I can still get new seats from Planet BMX for 20 bucks, we're going to put a new seat on too. See, it's ugly, right? Way better. This is awesome because, I mean, these are perfect match, Pro Performer. We've even got the same white sticker, so pretty slick. Should look like it's made for it, because it is. That'll be a lot more comfortable to ride. I don't know why they give you these cruiser bars. I don't hate them, but once you've started using a taller bar, if you're a grown person, it's a big difference. A lot more comfortable. I actually have a pair of Conway bars in case I decide these are still a little too short, but Performer bars belong on a Performer, so probably use these. New brake lever. Looks pretty slick already. So these hubs are cool. They don't have nuts, they actually have bolts in there. So they're female hubs. They're pretty nice. Should be able to shine these up. I've heard that if you take a little WD-40, it takes all the contaminants off the aluminum, so that's sort of my plan. We had some gardeners come, so we had to close the garage up. But we've got the back wheel out. Actually, these brake pads feel nice and fresh still, so I guess I don't need to change those. So there we go. These are nice. I'm pretty excited about this. You know, I love the way the back end of this looks without the disc brake. I've got a couple of GTs with the disc brake. Technically it's a better deal, but the way these look, it's just so thin and clean with the V-brakes. So I'm pretty excited about that. So you can use a hair dryer. I've got a heat gun. I mean, you can just pull these stickers off and use some WD-40 to get the residue off, but if you've got a heat gun or a hair dryer, it's just going to make it that much better. Oh, we got a skill deficit. But if this stuff leaves any residue, just grab some WD-40 and a rag and you can get the rest of that gunk off. Wow, this thing's in great shape. Kind of shiny. I don't think this bike was ridden. If it was, I don't see how it could have more than, there's no way it had more than 5 miles on it. The girl that I bought it from, she had a bunch of bikes that she bought, some in boxes, some SEs. I found this bike when I was looking for the gold Big Ripper, and this girl thought the gold Big Ripper was worth like $950 for a used Big Ripper. I didn't, but she said, oh, I have a much cheaper bike, and she was asking as much for this as you can buy a pair of the Power Series hubs. So I got a good deal. She thought she got a good deal too, so everybody was happy.
The Power Lace?
Super Lace? Super Lace. Super Lace, not Power hubs. What do you think, William?
It's good, Dad.
It's good?
Yeah.
Is it a good bike?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want it? No, you like your bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You don't want purple, you like the blue bike?
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries, buddy. Reflectors are ugly.
Yeah.
They're very good for safety.
Yeah.
I'm not a safe guy, so I'm gonna take them off. Keep them on my kids' bikes, but I'm way too cool for reflectors, you know? All right, so we're going to put on the AME tri-grips. Got the flanges on there. Those should be pretty cool. All right, so I've had this bike for about a week. I was going to take you guys on the first ride. It didn't work out, things happened. And I ride about 5 miles every day, and so I've been riding this bike most this week and sort of getting a feel for it, and I really like it. I don't have any chromoly bikes anymore. My son does, I don't. And so I almost forgot about how this rides. It's real smooth. It seems exceptionally quiet. Feels very precise when I'm kind of navigating through things or swerving around. Is the best way I can say it. But it feels great. I really like it. I think the only thing I dislike would be the handlebar height. I'd like it a little higher. Maybe that's because I've been riding my wife's bike and they're slightly higher, but I think I'm going to try to adjust that. I did take off the AME grips. I'm not sure if I want flanges on here. I've got some AME super soft, some super soft with flanges. I've got a few different ones coming. These have been on pretty much all the bikes, so these are my grips I use while I try to figure it out. But these even actually look pretty good. I kind of like them on here. Beyond that, these hubs are super nice. I've always wanted a set of these, and I didn't get any when GT was blowing everything out. So I've got them on this bike. I kind of like that. What else have we got here? Everything's just really smooth. It's a super smooth bike. I mean, even these brakes are, I mean, they're kind of making me rethink like my whole life about V-brakes here. These are like the smoothest ones I've got. So I dig the bike. I have ridden it quite a bit. Dog's ridden with me. He likes it. And something else I noticed, I mean, I've got a number of bikes I ride almost every single day. And in the past week, I've had more people try to talk to me about their old GTs, or, you know, just shout nice bike as they skateboard past. Than I have in a long time. So, you know, I guess maybe the color, people probably recognize the Performer, and that's been pretty nice. Seat's been nice and comfortable. This sticker on the seat post is in good enough shape where it can stay there. I've lost most of the seat post stickers on my bike for whatever reason. I did have to put on a couple of these little rubber cable silencer jobs because this was tinging every time it hit the bike frame here. So all in all, I'm really thrilled about this bike. It's a beautiful looking bike. It's a comfortable bike to ride. I was looking for another 26 so I could ride with my wife, and now I've got it. So, you know, I really wished I would have grabbed one of these when they were brand new on sale. I mean, price was fantastic, especially if you start adding up all the parts. And I mean, even now, if you try to get some of these parts, I've seen these Performer bars for as high as $250 on eBay. So things are getting a little scarce, but I'll be riding this thing, probably get myself an extra set of tires, and probably put a lot of miles on this thing. So let me know what you guys think, what you would change, what I screwed up and did wrong. Tell me all about it. And if you've made it this far, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll be back with some more videos. Hope you enjoy them. She's trying to steal my purple bike by making me feel like it's purple and I should be driving a yellow bike, because now that this is finally here, she's trying to take it from me. I tried to buy her this bike for 2 Christmases and she didn't want it.
Look at my mean yellow bike. It's way better. It's sick.
So you see, she's trying to use that reverse psychology to take this one from me.
Enjoy your purple bike there.
See?